Oh my gosh, I am triggered again today. Now, today I'm triggered by a wife. I'm triggered by a woman that is married. Now, this was something I also seen on Anton Daniels' channel. Shout out to Anton Daniels. Now, today, let's get right into this video and get right into this talk. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Confidence and Clarity channel. My name is Bertrand. Here we go.
I'm married and I fully support women choosing to be alone because it's not that women hate men, besides me, because I sort of do. It's that patriarchy
Wait, is she trolling? Because what she said doesn't make sense, but let's continue.
is a bad business deal. My marriage is not patriarchal, it's matriarchal. This is a girl's world, and my husband absolutely understands that. He just lives in it, he's just here. And what I'm noticing more and more,
He is just here? Oh my God. What are we doing? That sounds crazy.
and I'm seeing it more frequently, which is also contributing to the male loneliness epidemic. And I've spoken on that before. It's not really an epidemic, it's the consequences of the male species actions. Sorry to say, but that's exactly what it is. Women are deciding to live alone, stay alone, and completely decenter men from their lives, which I see no problem in it, because I like, you already know me, man hating connoisseur to the core.
Just a reminder that I am missing my partner next to me where I can.
But
Man hating connoisseur to the core? That means this is deeply rooted. This is deeply rooted in her. And this woman is married. Can you guys see why I'm triggered? Can you see why I'm triggered? And I'm not against marriage. I'm not against being in relationships. I just don't want to be in relationships because I know what comes with it. And listen, can you imagine the life, the mentality that a man has to go through to deal with a woman who hates men?
it's not like women just woke up one day and decided, I no longer want love. They decided they no longer want an unpaid job disguised as a relationship. That's what it is. I've never tried to convince any woman that marriage should be the goal. I don't talk down on single women. I do not feel superior. I just do not care. When I see single women that are happily single, because most women are not happily single, most women want partnership, they want companionship. But when I see a happily single woman that's able to wake up and do what she wants in this world and not have to worry about a fucking soul, I applaud it. Because if feeling single feels better than being partnered, the partnership that you were in was the problem. And the reason I'm like that, because peace is very expensive and men are often overpriced. Being married was something that was a flex.
Peace is laying around. Peace is chilling. Peace is being able to relax. Peace is usually coupled or put with quiet. It's expensive to be quiet. Well, if you got a woman, it's expensive to be quiet because she wants to spend and buy more and purchase more. Nothing's ever enough.
I'm a millennial, and the generation before me, and the generation before that, and the generation before that. Being married was a fucking flex. That's what, well, that was the goal for women, was to be married. Now, that can lead to embarrassment. Okay? Being married these days, it leads to autoimmune disease, embarrassment, incurable STDs. It's just a lot. Okay? And who wants to deal with that shit? So nowadays, when women hear marriage or companionship or being with a man, they hear weaponized incompetence, control, resentment, sometimes abuse. So when women say they want to be alone, why wouldn't they? I don't see the problem in that, because
Sounds like, I want a man to lead me. I want a man who knows what he wants. I want a man that's dating with intention. I want something that's long term. That's what all that sounds like. She just flipped it around and made it sound like what she comprehends after she's gotten what she wants. Strange. Very strange.
that social media has shown us that time and time again. And why would any woman want to be a part of a system that drains them? So I'm not anti-men. I'm not anti-marriage. I do I do hate men a little bit. I can't fake that. I'm sorry. I'm just anti struggling and dealing with bullshit for an aesthetic. That I cannot get with. So at the end of the day, the goal isn't marriage, to have a boyfriend, to have any of that. The goal actually is for life to make sense.
Oh my gosh, I cannot believe this woman said anything about anything making sense. She's married, yet she hates men. But she's married to a man. How does that make any sense? Now, I need you guys to make sure that y'all comment your thoughts under this video, because I'm going to tell you the 3 things that trigger me about this video. Number 1, she said marriage is not a flex. Marriage is absolutely a flex, and I will tell you why. But first, let's talk about number 2. Number 2 is her hating men, but her being married to a man. That's very triggering for all men to hear. What does her husband actually think about that? And then number 3, the comment section. Her comment section was filled with women who actually agree with what she had to say. Now, most men, ladies, most men do not want to be married. Most men do not want to be in committed relationships. Yes, there are men who do want to be in committed relationships. And yes, there are men who do want to be married, but that is not the majority of men, especially in this day and time, especially right now. Men really are interested in having sex. And in order for that man to have passionate sex that he enjoys, the way he enjoys it, he understands he has to play the game of keeping her happy. Now, most men never succeed because every man reaches a point. There's only so many times that that woman can reject you. There's only so many times that this woman can nag and complain and nag.
That's nice. That's good. That's nice. That's nice.
That's why your music not going nowhere.
Oh.
You're
Oh.
oh.
And complain, and him still be able to put a smile on his face and happily go outside and mow the lawn and take care of the house.
You think this is normal? You work all day and then hide out here instead of being inside.
I want 10 minutes of peace.
Unbelievable.
Or take care of her. There's only so much that a man can handle when it comes to a woman constantly complaining. Now, she said marriage is not a flex. It is a flex, and she is married. Now, if what she's saying is the relationship after the wedding is not a flex, that's also false. Because if somebody has a corporate job, guess what? It is absolutely a flex to constantly show up to the corporate party with your significant other, the person that you've been with for years. That is a flex, right? Because it shows stability. It shows that you are living a life that is for others, right? Like you're loyal, you're dedicated, you're loving, you're caring, you're responsible for other people other than yourself. It absolutely is a flex. Yes, it is, because it shows that you are a responsible person. Now, if you're not a responsible person and you don't want to be a responsible person, I get it. In fact, I will tell you guys this. After my divorce, I said, marriage again? Probably not. So I can kind of understand it, but where I don't understand is she's married. Now, the next thing is she hates men. How in the world is she married to a man, but she hates men? Now, we would think that the husband would be like, you know what? Hey, that's good that you hate men, because that means you ain't gonna cheat on me. False. Absolutely false, because she's lying. She's lying, okay? How do I know this? Because she's married to a man. Now, because she's married to a man doesn't mean she loves the man, but cheating doesn't mean that she will only cheat with a man. She could really cheat with a woman. And that probably will hurt even more because she's likely to leave you for that woman. Then she taught, and again, the women in the comment section who were constantly agreeing with this woman and sharing a little bit of their story. That was the biggest trip for me, because as a single man out here dating after divorce, after being in a relationship, so marriage, divorce, relationship, breakup, back in the dating market. I'm explaining myself, right? I'm giving you guys some clarity on what I'm seeing and experiencing. I keep running into women who are married or in the process of a divorce, or women who are divorced, or women who are single. They all tell me the same thing. I want a long-term relationship. I want someone who's gonna date with intention. I want to be exclusive with one person. So that whole narrative of there's women that are out here happily single, no, that is false. In fact, my sister was the one who really got me to understand that women do not want to be alone. Now, as long as they have friends, as long as they have other women that they can talk to, they can make it seem as if they're having fun being single, right? Or they now get to be wild and free because no one cares about them or what they're doing, right? Think about it. Who really cares about what an older woman is actually doing? The only women that society really cares about are the young women, the fertile women, the women that are in control of having more children, right? And the reason why is because now you're shaping a whole new generation. This is why that matters. But this woman telling us that the world is a matriarchy and that she runs her household and that her husband knows that and he is just there. I'm saying, how much more disrespectful can she get? She's posting her husband on her social media. Does she not realize that these same single, married, in process of divorce women will be coming after her husband because she's posting him? Does she not understand that? Does she not realize that her supporting single women is destructive to her marriage? Because those women who are single believe they deserve a man. Why not hers? Men are in limited supply. Yes, to a woman, it seems that as though men, there's more women, that there are more men than there are women because they're opening up their DMs and it's a bunch of guys holding on to their Johnsons trying to get her to respond to him. But this goes back to what I said. Most men are looking for intimacy. Most men are looking for a woman to open her legs. They're not trying to be in a relationship with that woman unless they really like her. This is why I feel like I'm defending her husband. Why disrespect this man in this manner? Why? Ladies, let me know. Why do y'all do stuff like this? Because when men like myself see this and then the next woman comes to me and says she wants a long-term relationship, this is what plays in my mind. You're supporting women being single. What are these women doing happily single? They're out here enjoying as many guys as they possibly can.
So what I do is I date multiples.
Okay.
And I keep my options open.
The messed up part about that is they're also dealing with guys that they don't like. So after they get done dealing with these guys that they don't like, now all of a sudden I'm hearing, oh, I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to waste any more time. I've wasted enough time at this big age. We should be past that. We should be beyond all of that. You should have gotten all of that out of your system. And I'm looking like, how do you get that out your system when you're divorced or when you go through a breakup and you're the hurt one? I've met women who were hurt. But with all of this being said, I'm wondering what makes sense to women, because she said that there are women out here who are, I guess, doing housework and it's some type of like unpaid job. But I'm like, wait a minute, if things are paid for and if she doesn't have to worry about things, she's in a pretty good position, because there's maids, there's nannies, there's meal preppers, there's people who do housework that I didn't name, right? That cannot live a livable wage doing that. And if they do, they have to do it for multiple households. They have to do it for multiple households. Imagine just being in charge of one household that you have to manage versus 6 or 7, and you're doing this just to survive. Ladies, how does this make sense to y'all? The next thing, or the last thing, is peace is expensive and men are overpriced. When I hear women speak, sometimes I'll be like, dang, that sounded poetic, or man, that sounded really dumb. First of all, peace in a man's mind is quiet, is relaxing, is time to think, right? Now I can think without somebody yapping. I can think without somebody complaining. I don't have to stay in the car because I don't want to go into, oh my gosh, can you do this? Can you do that? Oh my gosh, this needs to be done. That needs to be done. Can you go clean the garage? Can you mow the lawn? Can you paint the house? Can you paint the room? Can you build this? Can you put that together? And the moment you sit down, that's when she's, oh my gosh, I can't believe that you're sitting down, right? So again, peace is something that is not expensive, right? Because a man understands, okay, cool, I got peace. Cool, let me get myself together. All right, cool, boom, I gotta go to work. I gotta go get the money. Men understand that. At least the responsible men understand that. Here on this channel, I encourage men to become the best version of themselves, to enjoy life as much as possible, and adapt to everything that's going on. Adapt to AI, adapt to the robots that are on their way, because the overcorrection is coming. The future generations are going to wonder, how in the hell did we get here? Well, we can give credit to women like this, the women who are ruining other women. Because let's be honest, does anybody really want a relationship? Not really. But again, here on this channel, I encourage people to become the best version of themselves. I encourage people to enjoy life as much as possible, because yes, you're gonna have to work, and yes, you should, or maybe you can create some type of time where you can enjoy life. Most importantly, you have to adapt, because everything is constantly changing and everything is moving much faster with AI. But I got a question for you. What do you think? Comment your thoughts under this video. Thank you for watching this video. Also, if you made it this far in the video, like, hype, and subscribe to the channel for more confidence and clarity. And I will see you on the next one. Peace.